Hey curious thinkers, have you ever paused for a moment, looked around your room and thought, wait, does all of this really exist or is it just in my mind? It sounds like a strange question, but philosophers have been asking it for thousands of years, and today, we're going to explore one of the biggest mysteries of all, whether the world we see and touch is truly real. Let's start with something simple. You look at your desk, your backpack, your favorite pencil. They all seem real, don't they? They have shape, color, weight, and texture. You can touch them, move them, even drop them accidentally. But how do you know they exist outside your own mind? What if everything you see, hear, and feel is like a vivid dream that your brain made up? Philosophers call this kind of question metaphysics, the study of reality itself, asking what truly exists beyond appearances. A long time ago, a philosopher named Descartes imagined that there could be an evil genius, a super powerful trickster, who makes everything we see and think appear real, even if it's all an illusion. He realized that even if the world were fake, he could still be sure of one thing, that he was thinking about it. I think, therefore I am, he said. Even if the world didn't exist as he perceived it, the fact that he could doubt, question, and imagine proved that he existed. That tiny insight is a huge step in philosophy. You can be unsure about the world, but you cannot be unsure about the fact that you are thinking. Now let's think about dreams. Sometimes you have a dream that feels so real you wake up unsure whether it really happened. You can see, hear, and even touch things in dreams. Your brain convinces you it as real until you open your eyes and reality snaps back. If your brain can create a dream that feels like reality, how can you be completely certain that your waking life isn't a kind of dream too? Philosophers also love to explore the idea of other minds. When you look at your friends, family, or teachers, you assume they exist, feel emotions, and think thoughts just like you. But how can you really know what's inside someone else's mind? You can see their actions and hear their words, but the experience of being them is something you can never fully access. Does that mean they're less real? Of course not. It just shows that reality can be more mysterious and complex than it seems at first glance. Now, let's bring in science. Scientists use experiments, measurements, and evidence to explore what's real. They look at atoms, planets, light, sound, and time to build models of reality. But even with all that evidence, we still ask, are the models accurate representations of the world, or just useful tools that help us predict what will happen next? Reality might be deeper than we can see or touch, and philosophy reminds us to stay curious and skeptical without being discouraged. Virtual reality gives us another way to imagine this question. Put on a VR headset and suddenly you can climb mountains, swim in oceans, and chat with characters that aren't physically real. Your senses say it's real, your brain believes it, and your heart races with excitement. And yet, take off the headset and none of it exists outside the computer. If VR can convince your brain of a fake reality, what does that tell us about the power of perception in our everyday lives? Here is another fun thought experiment. What if the world is like a video game created by someone else? Everything you see, people, trees, cities, oceans, could be part of a giant simulation. Some philosophers and scientists take this idea seriously because technology is advancing so quickly that it could be possible one day. If this were true, would it make the world any less meaningful? Not necessarily. Even in a simulation, experiences, emotions, friendships, and discoveries still feel real to you. Reality isn't only about what exists outside. It's also about what matters in your mind and heart. The most important thing is this: whether the world exists exactly as you perceive it or not, your curiosity, your ability to wonder, and your thinking are undeniably real. You can question everything, explore new ideas, and imagine countless possibilities, and that process shapes your understanding of life, truth, and meaning. Philosophy is like a flashlight in the dark. It may not show you everything at once, but it helps you navigate, explore, and notice the details you might otherwise miss. So the next time you glance around your room, watch a tree swaying in the wind, or listen to a friend's story, pause and ask yourself, How do I know this is real? It's not about doubting everything in a sad or scary way. It's about opening your mind to wonder, curiosity, and the endless adventure of thinking deeply about the world. Because the world might be more magical, mysterious, and fascinating than you ever imagined, and that makes it worth exploring with all your senses, your imagination, and your mind.